Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vaga Muradian here at the Dubai Air Show, where our coverage is sponsored by FLIR Systems. And we're talking to Vince Tobin, who is the Executive Vice President for Military Programs at Bell Helicopter. Full disclosure, Bell Helicopter sponsors our weekly Defense and Aerospace Business Report podcast. Vince, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks, good to be here.
So you guys, have had a lot of business in the region for a very, very long time. Talk to us about what some of the opportunities you guys are pursuing now with some of the customers in the region. A lot of talk over the years about whether or not V-22 was going to get traction, and I'd like to get your thoughts on that as well. But talk to us across the whole model range that you guys have and the kind of opportunities you're pursuing here.
Yeah, just in general, for this region, we have some great aircraft that really work with our customers in this region. Our H-1s, both they're over 85% common, so they provide that opportunity for common parts in this region. The other thing is they're the only aircraft, attack and medium lift, that are maritime, that are made for this environment, made for the sand, dust, the salt water. So they really fit in this area, and we're making some strides with multiple customers. The V-22 as well. I mean, the V-22 as far as speed, range, payload. This region, obviously, you need the range, you need the speed. With the payload, V-22 provides that. And we're going to continue to market that in the area, and we have some interest that we're going to continue to pursue. So both the H1, both the Viper and the Venom, along with the V-22 Osprey, we're going to continue to market that heavily in this area.
In some of the countries, there are a variety of different organizations that play into the acquisition of major programs, and sometimes commands get ahead of their headquarters, perhaps, or higher headquarters. That appeared to be the case a little bit in terms of V-22, where there was a lot of interest by portions of the UAE security establishment. Talk to us. Do we see any resolution to that? Is there an expectation, in 2018, that we may see some progress on that because of the sheer interest on the part of the customer? And talk to us also a little bit about Saudi Arabia and where you see the Saudis going with that, because you guys have had discussions on that front as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be real careful about talking anything specific about what's going on. What we have is an outstanding aircraft. We've had the opportunity for both those customers to fly the aircraft in O&I flights. We've got positive responses on all that. It's a great aircraft, and again, it's an FMS sale, and so I really would refer you to the U.S. government. My apologies, but
well played, Vince. Yeah. Well played. Well, let me take you to the question of financing. This has been a land of opportunity considerably for a lot of folks. A lot of investment in recapitalizing forces, concern about the security situation, particularly Iran, but also oil prices are low. Here in the UAE, it's a little bit different. The economy is only 30% dependent on energy. Saudi Arabia, the economy is significantly more different, which is why Mohammed bin Salman is doing some of the changes he's doing to sort of reform the economy along a UAE model. Talk to us a little bit about the kind of challenges that presents you guys when you're pursuing orders, when they're very wealthy countries, but it's how they are distributing and using some of those resources, especially given that they went on a bit of a spree already. Does that affect and change kind of the strategy and the planning you guys are bringing to fore?
Well, obviously, if there's less overall budget, that's a concern. But we're confident that the value that we provide, even when budgets get tighter, the fact that you have commonality with our H1 offerings, the UH1. And the AH, the fact that they're 85+% common, that's value. And when the budgets get tight, we think our value comes up. So we expect the customers are going to need to spend money on defense in this region. Our goal is to provide the value that allows them or makes them want to come to us, and I think we're doing that.
Let me ask you one last question. You guys did do a lot of investment on the commercial helicopter side for the oil exploration business. The oil market has declined a little bit, which has made sales soft. Airbus has been very successful at looking at some of their commercial product lines and very quickly militarizing them. We saw them do that with the Lakota, for example. Are you guys exploring that on the defense side, of taking some of those commercial helicopters you guys have invested a lot of money in, both to take cost out of the end product, but also cost out of the operation of the aircraft from a commercial application? That's very important. Are you guys looking at some of those models, and which of the models do you guys think would have the most traction in military guys?
Yeah, sure. We always look at one is making our products a better value, and that means cost. So we continue to look at that. But we look at a range of aircraft, a 407, 429. All of our commercial models, those two in particular, even 505 from a training perspective, there's lots of opportunity for our commercial aircraft to find a niche and to meet certain requirements in the military space, and we definitely are pursuing that.
And any particular takers on any? Is there any one model that has a little more interest than any other model at this point?
I wouldn't say specifically. Again, we're marketing across the region, and there is interest, and we're going to continue to pursue that interest.
You guys are developing an all-new helicopter, the V-280, the Valor, tilt rotor, different architecture, but still tilt rotor. That's for the Army's long-range requirement. You were an Army helicopter pilot. Talk to us a little bit about whether or not there's any interest in some of the customers that you're talking to in this region about that program, because it gives you a little bit of a challenge. You've got this program, but you've also got a newer program, and each are different, and albeit this is a little bit of an older approach technologically than that is.
The V-22 is an outstanding aircraft, and it's available now, ready to go. It's slightly larger, has a little bit of a different mission set. As you know, the V-280, more for medium lift, side doors as opposed to a ramp, more for an assault platform, fixed engines. But the V-280 is a phenomenal airplane. As a matter of fact, the V-280 demonstrator prototype that we have up on the run stand right now. The rotors are turning. The engine has both engines have applied power to rotor systems. We've had more than hover power applied to the aircraft. Of course, we're holding it down on the run stand. We say it's sling loading the earth. But the airplane is doing phenomenally well. We expect it to fly before the fall is out, and so we're very, very close. Outstanding airplane.
And any customer interest? I mean, are any folks calling you guys up and saying, "Hey, we're interested in you getting a brief from you guys, especially in this region"?
We do have folks that are interested, customers in this region interested just to follow the program, to be involved, and again, we follow the lead of our U.S. government customer. So whether they're involved in the requirements development or only in the back end once the airplane is developed and delivered, we're fine either way. But it's going to be an outstanding aircraft, and back in the States, we just had a very successful AUSA. Lots of interest from the U.S. Army, which we're very proud of, and we expect that interest to grow across the world, especially in this region.
Vince, you're like a gardener. You're just tending, and it's like a little bonsai tree guy with tweezers, and you're wearing the magnifying glass. Thanks very much, and best of luck.
Great, thank you very much.